National issue. Stephen A. Smith makes Donald Trump plea amid Caitlin Clark growing WNBA scandal. Smith reacted to a Wall Street Journal opinion piece after it argued that Clark is playing in a hostile workplace as a result of how referees have called plays against her. The piece in the Journal claimed that officials have consistently not called physical plays against her, dating back to her rookie season in 2024. Stunningly, it went as far as to call for a federal probe into potential civil rights violations. On his podcast, Smith seemingly supported the idea of an investigation, claiming the government would have a case for it. "I'm not here saying the case will be won by the government if it gets to the points. I'm saying they have a case. They have an argument," Smith said of the idea during an episode of his show on Tuesday. The veteran broadcaster also added that Clark's treatment could eventually become a national issue. "Do we doubt that at his discretion, at his disposal, if he finds this to be an issue that is politically expedient to him, that Trump won't use this to feed his base," Smith said. "If Clark is seen to be physically getting abused on the basketball court in a way that is such a clear and flagrant discrepancy compared to what happens to others, that man is not going to say something, you don't think Caitlin Clark could become an issue of national, potentially international, and definitely federal proportions." In his reasoning for why an investigation could happen, Smith cited federal settlements with Columbia University over alleged civil rights violations. If the Trump administration can settle with Columbia for a $221 million settlement over what's taken place on a campus, you think you can definitively rule out what kind of noise could be made if the WNBA continues to allow this treatment of Caitlin Clark, Smith said. Smith also warned the WNBA to get a grip on the situation around Clark and implement a tool that the NBA uses. "WNBA, you've been forewarned. You gotta address this," Smith bluntly stated. Last 2 minutes reports from the referees, which is a public document released by the league that analyzes the officiating decisions made in the final 2 minutes of games used by the NBA. "Institute that immediately," Smith added with a sense of urgency. Arguably, the most viral example of Clark being on the end of some harsh treatment from her fellow WNBA players came in that game against the Connecticut Sun in June. Clark had a run-in with the Suns' J.C. Sheldon, who in the third quarter appeared to poke the Fever guard in the eye. As the two faced off, Marina Mabrey bumped the Fever star to the floor. It then led to Clark's teammate Sophie Cunningham committing a hard foul after essentially shoving Sheldon to the hardwood, which led to a brawl. Cunningham was ejected, with her behavior later going viral and being hailed by Fever fans for defending Clark. Although Cunningham herself went viral for defending Clark, and it led to her social media following surging from just 200,000 on TikTok to 1.6 million. Clark's treatment by officials is not an exclusive one, though. WNBA players across the league often feel they're on the end of bad refereeing. Angel Reese slammed WNBA referees after the Chicago Sky's 80-75 loss to the Minnesota Lynx on July 6th. "I don't give a damn if I get fined because that S asterisk is cheap, and I'm tired of this S Natasha Cloud of the New York